Hello, everybody. This is Bernie Strom, and welcome to my YouTube channel for a special Sunday morning version of Field of Dreams Baseball. We are going to do week 2 in the month of May for season number 8. And before we get started on the games, let's just take a review of where we stand up until this point. Sandlot Division, the Beantown team led by Mark, 16-11 in first place, 6-game lead over Amazing. Moneyball has St. Louis with a hot start, 23-4. Quite a start. They have a 4.5-game lead on a team that's also got a hot start, Chico's 19-9. We will see both those teams today. Vegas, my team, 18-5, has got another hot start, 3.5 games ahead of Hagerstown, who is a league run team, and they've also had a good start in the season. And in the rain delay division, San Francisco 21-10 and Crystal Lake 15-11, 3.5 games back. Edmonton at 14-15, 6 games back. And without any further ado, let's go to the schedule, see the games we're going to play today. May 8th was where we left off yesterday at 10 o'clock. And we are going to pick it up right there. We'll play through the 14th. So the May 15th, right smack dab in the middle of the month, will be there for anybody else who wants to broadcast after this morning's broadcast, which should take about an hour. St. Louis at Philadelphia are going to play that game. Lancaster at the Bronx. We're going to, let's sim all the games and play the St. Louis Philly game last. So here we go. Lancaster at the Bronx. Lancaster defeats the Bronx 4-2. Grimes over Finley. Stargell home run number 6. Cleveland at Lehigh. Lehigh off to a slow start, but making a comeback, and they are now at 500. 4-3 win over Cleveland. Timlin over Ducherer. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't really know. Vegas at Hadley Lake. Vegas squeaks by Hadley Lake 6-5. Joe Morgan, home run number 2. Hagerstown at Edmonton. Edmonton wins 8-7 in 13 innings. Chad Green, the winner, he's now 1-1. Moving on to Amazing at Manchester. Manchester shuts them out 5-0. Hudson over Tanana. Randolph went 2 for 4. Chico's at Beantown. We will see Chico's later today. They win again 4-1. Johnson now the winner, 8-2 over Zito, who is 1-1 for Beantown. Florence at San Francisco. And San Francisco wins, as you would expect, 6-4. Clemens over Sutton. Union Stewart at Crystal Lake. There's a surprise. Union Stewart's at 9-19. No one would have guessed that. They have the best hitting team in the league. But they continue their slide. They lose to Crystal Lake 6-3. They're now down to 9-20. The Union Stewards. Gibson over Guidry. Ty Cobb went 3 for 5. He is the centerpiece of the Union Stewards team. Carolina at the powerful Washington Clowns, who feature Babe Ruth. And they win 5-4. Shaw over Giolito. And now let's play St. Louis at Philadelphia. Slashed is in the house. Carlos Rondon for the Hawks. Facing Andy Pettit for Philly. Lineups are in. Today's game will feature Carlos Rondon for the Hawks. He's 4-1 with a 2.25 ERA. Andy Pettit, 2-0, 2.37 ERA. Should be a pretty even game. Let's see. We're indoors. Minute Maid Park. Well, there's a wind speed, which means the roof must be open, but there won't be rain today. For St. Louis, they lead off with Collins at second, Pujols at first, batting second, Sisler to the DH third, Dickey catching fourth, Clemente in right field fifth, Peralta at shortstop sixth, Jackson in left. That's Joe Jackson. Hitting seventh, Roland the third baseman eighth, Edmonds in center field hitting ninth. In the field for the Iceman, Henderson, Puckett, Ken Seiko in the outfield, left to right. Riley, Davis, Albies, and Heilman in the infield, also left to right. Asmus catching, Pettit pitching, and stepping in is Eddie Collins, and we're about to start. Ground ball. Heilman flips to Pettit for the out, one down. Aaron Reed comes by. Pujols singles to right, and the first hit of the game. Albert Pujols at first. George Sisler, not surprising. He's having a great year. He's hitting .418. He's on a 21-game hitting streak. Make that 22 as he hits it off the left center field wall for double number 14. Clue has a way of trading for those superstars, and he got them. Pettit facing Dickey. Well, just like that ball's off the right field wall. That's going to score a couple of runs. I need to make an adjustment. It looks like it hit the crowd. Let's see if I have to lower the top of the fence. Double number 7 for Dickey. 2-0. Bear with me while I go to park layout. And lower the right field fence. Hopefully the ball will bounce off the wall next time instead of off the crowd. Pettit facing Clemente. 1 out, 2-0 St. Louis. Canseco's got it. Out number 2. Johnny Peralta. Pettit gets his first strikeout. At the end of 1/2 an inning, St. Louis 2, the Iceman coming to bat. Lineup for Philadelphia shows Henderson in left leading off, Canseco in right batting second, Puckett in center hitting third, Heilman the first baseman cleanup, Albies at second, fifth, Riley at third, sixth, Davis at shortstop, seventh, Asmus, catcher, batting eighth, Asmus, quite a mispronunciation, and Acuna Jr., the DH, hitting ninth. In the outfield for St. Louis, Jackson, Edmonds, and Clemente. Infield, Roland, Peralta, Collins, Pujols catching, Dickey pitching, Rodon. Ricky Henderson steps in, and here's the pitch. Hits him. Well, that's not what you want to do, is put Ricky Henderson on base. As Canseco steps in, there goes Ricky Henderson, no throw. Stolen base number 7. The pitch to Canseco, well, it throws to second. He's back. Canseco strikes out, number 1 for Rodon. Kirby Puckett pops it up in the foul territory. Pujols under it. 2-way. And Heilman That one looks like it's out of here, and it is. Home run, Harry Heilman, number 5. And just like that, the Iceman tied the score at 2. Rodon must have got too much of the plate on that one. Ozzie Albies, the shortstop. Edmonds tracks it down in center. Gets the third out. We head to the second inning, tied at 2. Pettit will face Joe Jackson, Scott Rowland, and Jim Edmonds. Puckett catches it. Rowland. Pettit's first walk of the evening. And Edmonds pops it up behind the plate. He's got it for the out, 2 down. Rowland still at first for Eddie Collins. Ground ball to Heilman. Steps on the bag. Quick inning. We head to the bottom of the second. Tied at 2. Riley Davis and Osmus. Riley strikes out. Davis walks. Osmus hits it on the ground of Peralta to Collins for 1. Back to Pujols. Double play. Inning over. We head to the third. Tied at 2 still. Pettit to face Pujols, Sisler, and Dickey. Puckett under it. He's got it. George Sisler extended his hitting streak his last time up and gets his second hit of the evening. He's now 2 for 2. He's on first with a base hit. Bill Dickey, the catcher, strikes out. 2 outs. Sisler on first for Roberto Clemente, who's 0 for 1 today. Throw to first. He's back. Pettit faces Clemente on a 6-game hitting streak. He taps the ball back to the mound, throws to first. Inning over, we head to the bottom of the third, where the number 9 hitter, Acuna, who needs a picture, batting 9th. Let's do that. Well, I'm thinking of it. We don't have a picture. We're going to have to get one. I think I said that last time. I will download his picture right after the game. I don't know why I don't have it, but I don't. Rondon delivers. Balls to left. Jackson's got it. 1 down. Ricky Henderson was hit by a pitch his first time up. This time rolls the ball to Rowland. It's going to be close. He is out. 2-way. Canseco struck out his first time up. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch. Canseco strikes out for the second time. We head to the fourth. Still tied at 2. Pettit facing Peralta, 0 for 1 today. Peralta pops it up in the infield. Riley puts it away for the out. Joe Jackson, 0 for 1 today. On the ground to Davis. He's out by a half a step. And Scott Rowland, who's going to single into center field for his first hit of the evening. Runner on first, Jim Edmonds to face Pettit. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first, the pitch. Number 3 for Pettit. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Tied at 2. Both teams scored 2 runs in the first inning, if you're just joining us. And it's been goose eggs ever since. Puckett, Heilman, Albies facing Rondon. Number 4 for Rondon. Heilman to left. Jackson puts it away. Albies on the ground. Rondon's got it. Fires to first for the out. Quick 1-2-3 inning. We head to the top of the fifth. Yeah, you're right. It's tied at 2. Pettit to face Collins, top of the order, followed by Pujols and Sisler. Pop up into the stands. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The delivery to Collins. Canseco under it. 1 down. Pujols walks. Remains 1 for 2 on the day. Pujols not really a threat to steal. George Sisler up 2 for 2. Puckett under it. Tracks it down on the warning track, and that would be a wedge gem. So if you're watching Sports Center tonight, that will be on it. Kirby Puckett, number 10. In great plays. Dickey 1 for 2. Dickey slaps it in the left center field. It's off Puckett all the way to the wall. Pujols scores. Dickey in the second with his second double of today. It's number 8. Clemente seems like he was just up, but now he's up a third time. He's 0 for 2. He's on a 6-game hitting streak. He's got Dickey at second. St. Louis has now got a 3-2 lead. Clemente hits it on the ground. Riley to his left. Fires to first for the out. Austin Riley. That one's deep, but Jackson's got it for the out. George Davis to center. 2 away. That's a great play for Jim Edmonds. Osmus to left. And that one is out of here, Brad. Osmus home run number 1. And just like the first inning, when St. Louis had the lead, Philadelphia comes back, ties them up in the bottom of the 5th. Acuna without a picture up. And he bangs a base hit in the left field, doesn't let a little thing like a photo get in his way. Ricky Henderson 0 for 1. He has a stolen base today. Fly to right center. Edmonds has it. Inning is over at the end of 5. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors, 5 left on for St. Louis. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors, 1 left on for the Iceman. Top of the 6th. Peralta, Jackson, and Rowland to face Andy Pettit. Number 4. For Pettit, both these pitchers, photos wearing pinstripes. Pettit was from the Yankees, Rodon from the White Sox. Jackson with a base hit. No, a line out. He pulls it up off the ground. He makes the grab on the line drive to center field. Is 2 away. Pettit turns red. Rowland hits it on the ground to short. Davis with a web gem. Throw to first. 2 web gems in today's game. Number 4, great play for George Davis. We head to the bottom of the 6th, and we have a tied game at 3. Rondon facing Canseco, Puckett, and Heilman. Canseco 0 for 2, both strikeouts. Line drive to third, one away. Kirby Puckett to right. Clemente back. It's going to be off the wall, and Puckett's going to have a double. Well, didn't quite work properly. Still looked like it was off the stands, but I'm afraid that's what's going to be. Rondon with a runner on second in the person of Kirby Puckett will face Harry Heilman, who's 1 for 2 in today's game. He's now 1 for 3 because the fifth strikeout of the game for Rondon. And Ozzie Albies 0 for 2. Walk number 2. Austin Riley stepping in. Runners on first and second. Rondon throws. It is a wild pitch. Runners advance. Runners on second and third here in the bottom of the sixth. The Iceman threatening to take a lead. The pitch to Riley. Fly to left. Deep. Jackson's got it, however. To end the inning, we head to the seventh, still tied at 3. Good game we got here. Pettit is red. Let's see if it's going to stay in there and face Edmonds. No. Luke Jackson coming into pitch. Let's see what the Hawks bullpen, what the Iceman's bullpen is made out of now. Edmonds pops it up in the infield. 1 away. Luke Jackson's got an ERA in a minuscule territory, .95. He's got a 1 win, no losses in 19 innings. Collins strikes out. And Pujols flies to left. Henderson with it. Quick 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the seventh here at Minute Maid Park. St. Louis, 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors, 5 left on. Iceman, 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors, and 3 left on as Legend Sports Universe is in the crowd today. For those of you who may be new to our broadcast, Legends Sports Universe is something you want to look up and watch on YouTube. Some of the most fascinating stuff I watch on YouTube with his PlayStation 3 versions of MLB The Show and Madden and basketball, and I hear he's working on boxing. So you want to watch something that looks real, tune into Legends. It's great stuff. Davis facing Rondon, who seems fine according to the computer. However, they're going to replace him. The computer manager does not like it when he says fine, and he's going to bring in Jose Ruiz. Ruiz this season even is a 1.08 ERA, not an even, but 1.08. 3 wins, no losses in 8 1/3 innings. What's interesting about 8 1/3 innings, he's allowed 1 hit for a .038 batting average against. This ought to be fun. Davis grounded to Peralta. Close play, but he's out by half a step. Boxing starts next week at 10 days. I'm looking forward to boxing. We're all boxing fans here on the channel. I play Fight Night and the new boxing game, which undisputed. I sure wish Undisputed would label the round number and the time left in each round. That would sure be fun for me because you have to keep track of where you are in those rounds using Undisputed on a piece of paper. Osmus up to face Ruiz. Collins to Pujols, 2 up, 2 down. And the photoless Acuna to center field. Edmonds puts him away. We head to the 8th inning, tied at 3. Well, we're getting close to the end. 3-all. Jackson, we've got the starting pitchers out. The relief pitchers in, Jackson and Ruiz. This inning, Sisler, Dickey, and Clemente to face Jackson. And so much for Jackson. Dustin Hermanson's coming in. Hermanson's on Philadelphia. Last time I checked him out, I traded him to MV in Manchester. He must have made his way to Philadelphia. Here we go. No balls, 2 strikes. Set the mode to casual and it shows the clock. Thank you very much. See that? You learn something every day talking to legends. Base hit in the right field. Sisler with his 3rd hit of the game. Go ahead run on first. Bill Dickey's got 2 hits today and 3 RBIs. No balls, 1 strikes. Throw to first, Sisler back. Dickey pops it up. Davis has it for the out. Sisler returns to the bag. Clemente in a 6-game hitting streak is on the line right here as Hermanson throws to first. Now he delivers. There's a grounder to Davis. All on the cross the diamond to Heilman. He's out. Sisler reaches second on the play to short. And Hermanson will face Peralta. Go ahead run on second. Strikes him out. We head to the bottom of the 8th, where Ruiz will face. Top of the order, Henderson, Canseco, and Puckett. You have a broadcast today, legends. While you're on with us, please feel free to type in who's playing and what time. Okay, here we go. Ruiz facing the top of Philadelphia's order. Ground ball to Collins. Henderson an easy out. Ruiz, 9 2/3 innings, only allowed 1 hit. We're waiting for the second hit as Canseco gets it. Boy, that was a kiss of death mentioning that, wasn't it? Canseco on first, the second hit this season off of Ruiz. He's on first, and Kirby Puckett fouls it behind home plate. Oh, 2 pitch. There goes Canseco. He steals second. As all you baseball fans know, Canseco was the first 40-40 guy in Major League Baseball. The pitch to Puckett. On the ground in the right field, that steal. Oh, I thought it was going to be important, but Clemente with a 10 arm, I'm sure. Canseco put the brakes on rounding third. He was not going to test it, and his runners on first and third here in the bottom of the 8th inning. I almost said Philadelphia took the lead, but I forgot who was in right field. Ruiz turns red. Heilman steps in. Al Reyes coming in to pitch. Reyes, almost as good. Allowed 5 hits in 11 innings, but no runs. So you're going to hit this bullpen of St. Louis. You're going to be a good team. The pitch to Heilman. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 on the pitch. There goes Puckett, and he's stolen his first base of the year. Now, Philadelphia has 2 runners in scoring position, both of them very fast. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. The delivery. Heilman walks as Reyes, his 5th walk of the season. A little bit wild, but hard to hit. Bases loaded. Ozzie Albies up, 1 out. Pops it up, infield fly rule, automatic out, 2 away, bases still loaded. Philadelphia has made this bottom of the 8th interesting. Canseco 90 feet away from scoring the go-ahead run as Austin Riley comes up, who's 0 for 3 today. He struck him out. We head to the 9th as St. Louis withstands the threat. It is still tied at 3. Hermanson still on the mound. Will he stay here or will we get a replacement? Dennis Eckersley's coming on to pitch. Jackson Roland Edmonds, the bottom third of St. Louis's order, faced Dennis Eckersley. And just like that, Joe Jackson puts it in the right field stands for his 4th home run of the year, gives St. Louis a 4-3 lead. And after Philadelphia threatens and St. Louis holds them to no runs, first batter up puts them ahead. It's now 4-3. Roland on the ground. Riley across the diamond. He's going to be out by half a step. Eckersley to Edmonds. Riley's got this one, another close play. And he gets this one by half a step. Maybe even closer. 2 outs after the leadoff home run by Jackson, and Eddie Collins up. Collins singles to left center. Insurance run on first. 2 away for Albert Pujols. Collins dives back. On the ground to Riley once again. This time it's a little closer as Pujols is beaten by a couple of steps. We head to the bottom of the 9th. St. Louis leading 4-3. If you just tuned in, this has been a great game. St. Louis and Philadelphia tied after 1, tied after 5, and St. Louis now 1 run up here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Will they be tied after 9? Let's find out after I take a sip of coffee here. As we continue with Sunday morning baseball, Reyes is still on the mound. Will he stay? He will, to face Davis. On the ground of Peralta. 1 away. Reyes turns red. Let's see what happens with Osmus coming up. Iglesias, another reliever for St. Louis who's not allowed to run. He's 1-0 for the season with a save. He's not as good as the other 2 guys. He's only pitched 3 innings, allowed 2 hits. So people are batting 182 against him. The other 2 guys were superhuman. Asmus on the ground. Pujols going to take it to the bag himself. Philadelphia Iceman down to their last out. Ronald Acuna Jr. without his picture up. Iglesias strikes him out. Game is over. St. Louis wins 4-3. Let's go to the box score. That was about as tight as you can get. St. Louis, Sisler went 3 for 4. Not surprising. Pujols. Well, let me see, as my eyes are not doing too well. Sisler goes 3 for 4. Dickey goes 2 for 4. The only players on St. Louis with multiple hits. For Philadelphia, multiple hits, one player, Kirby Puckett. Pitching-wise, Philadelphia, Pettit started, pitched 6 innings, allowed 6 hits, 3 runs. They are all earned. Struck out 3, walked 2. Jackson, Hermanson, and Eckersley follow in the bullpen. Everybody was perfect except Eckersley, who allowed the 1 run, the home run, to lead off the ninth, the top of the ninth. He takes the loss. He's now 0-2 on the season. Rondon also pitched 6 innings, allowed 4 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned. Struck out 5, walked 2, followed by Ruiz. Reyes got the win. Both players didn't allow any runs, and Iglesias came in, got his second save, pitching 2/3 of an inning. Okay, let's close that down. That should finish the first day. Let's do a little simming. Cleveland at Lehigh. Cleveland wins 5-3. Lehigh's ascent to the 500 mark doesn't last long. St. Louis at Philadelphia, game 2 of the series. Philadelphia gets even 6-5. They win. This time Eckersley beats Kovaleski. Sisler 3 more hits. Lancaster at the Bronx. Bronx win 5-2. Apier over Ford. Manchester at home against Amazing. 4-2 Manchester wins. Burley over Dixon. Chico's at Beantown. We're going to do a Chico's Bronx game here at the end of the week. Beantown wins 6-2. Both winning teams. Seaver takes the loss. He's now 6-2. Trout, the winner. Florence at San Francisco. Florence loses to San Francisco 8-5. San Francisco raises their record to 23-10. That game went 10 innings. And Carolina at Washington. Washington wins 8-5. Nichols over Schmidt. We head to the 10th. Here we go. Philly at Chico's as the teams change cities. 7-1 Chico's. Chico's goes to 21-10, 4 games behind St. Louis, who has a hard time giving up that first place spot. San Francisco moves to Carolina and shuts them out 1-0. Grove moves to 7-1. Manchester at St. Louis, always a rivalry. St. Louis squeezes by Manchester 4-3. Pete Alexander now 6-1. Cleveland at Amazing. Amazing wins 4-2. Vegas at Washington, going to be some offense probably. Let's see. 11-2. Vegas over Washington. Wilhelm over Shockey. Killebrew home run number 5. Lehigh at Lancaster. Lehigh back to 500. 7-4 winners. Waddell, the winner. 5-4 for the season. Edmonton at the slumping Union's Stewards. Union Stewards comes out of the slump to defeat Edmonton 5-3. Warnke over Sabathia. Lou Gehrig went 3 for 3 with a homer. Crystal Lake at Hagerstown should be a good game, and it was 2-1 Crystal Lake. Florence at Hadley Lake. Florence wins 7-5. And Beantown at the Bronx. 3-1 Beantown. We head to the 11th. Philly and Chico's. Chico's wins again 7-5. Chico's going to be a tough team this year. Manchester at St. Louis. Nothing MV likes more than beating St. Louis. But it's not going to happen today as St. Louis wins 3-2. They raise their record to 26-5. Incredible. Vegas at Washington. 15-5. Vegas wins. Clavin 5-2 over Marichal. Killebrew home run number 6. Lehigh trying to stick their nose above 500 and they do 10-6 winners at Lancaster. Edmonton at Union Stewards. Union Stewards squeaks by 4-2. Florence at Hadley Lake. 4-3, Hadley Lake winning. Beantown at the Bronx again. Let's see what happens. And the Bronx put a beating on Beantown 7-2. Kershaw over Newhausen. That must have been a good game to watch. Philly at Chico's. Second game of a doubleheader. Chico's sweeps them 5-3. Bender with his third win of the season. Cleveland at Amazing 5-4 winners. And Crystal Lake at Hagerstown. Crystal Lake loses 2-1. Hagerstown 18-13. A surprise league run team that plays very well. On to the 12th. The game we're going to play is on the 13th, I believe. Unless there's one today. Nope. It's going to be, let me make sure, the 13th. There it is, Bronx at Chico's. That's the game we're going to play. No, Walter Johnson is on the 14th. We're going to play the 14th. I looked at that earlier. Want to make sure I'm on the right day. We've got everything okay. On to the 12th, San Francisco at Carolina. San Francisco continues their winning 8-2, now 25-10, leading that division. Edmonton at Union Stewards. Union Stewards on a 2-game, now 3-game winning streak, winning 6-4. Gidgey over Howry. Manchester at St. Louis. St. Louis, 4-3 winners. That's 3 in a row over Manchester. They raised their St. Louis's record. That one game went 13 innings. They raised their record to 27-5. Cleveland at Amazing. Amazing 5-4 in 13 innings. Vegas at Washington. Vegas loses. Washington squeaks by 5-4 in 10 innings. Lehigh at Lancaster. Lehigh starting to pull above 500. They're 8-1. They're starting their march. They up the division. They expect to fight with St. Louis and Chico's for that division. Hubble now 6-5. Florence at Hadley Lake. 12-5 Hadley Lake. Beantown at Bronx. Bronx win again. 4-2. They're one game under 500. They'd like to contend in that division. Never know what they can do. David's a great GM. Philly at Chico's. Chico's wins again, 5-4. I think that's 3 in a row. Chico's goes to 24-10. San Francisco, Carolina, second game. And San Francisco sweeps Carolina 4-1. San Francisco on a 13-game winning streak. Must be very frustrating for Slash. Slash has got a great record, but when San Francisco wins 13 in a row, hard to make up ground. Edmonton at Union Stewards. Edmonton wins this one 4-3. Peters over Harder. Beantown at the Bronx. Game number 2. 8-6. Bronx victory. They're now 17-17 500s. They sweep the Sandlot leading Beantown. And Crystal Lake at Hagerstown. Can Crystal Lake keep up with San Francisco? They can. 3-1 winners. Here we are at the 13th. We are going to stop at the 14th, but before we do, we're going to play that Bronx Chico's game. Manchester, St. Louis. Manchester looking for a victory, but they don't get it. St. Louis now 28-5. They sweep Manchester 9-2. Lehigh at Lancaster 3-1. Lancaster wins. Whitey Ford wins that one. San Francisco at Carolina seems like a mismatch, but Carolina breaks the San Francisco winning streak in 11 innings, 5-4. Sandoval over Wood. The first game of the series, Bronx at Chico's. 10-3, Chico's wins. That's Seaver's 7th victory. And Edmonton at the Union Stewards. Edmonton 13-9. Union Stewards lose another one. And the last day of this broadcast, the 14th, we will play Bronx at Chico's for our second game. Beantown at Philadelphia. 11-1 Philly. Philly's glad to move to a different city. Edmonton at Carolina. 10-1 Edmonton. Edmonton goes to 500, 18-18. They're doing well. They're hanging in there and are still in the race. Manchester goes to Lehigh, and he doesn't get any easier for Manchester. But they beat Lehigh 4-2. Tex Houston over Waddell as Manchester breaks their losing streak and get win number 13. St. Louis at Cleveland. Will Cleveland stop them? They do, 12-11. Highly unlikely victory for the 12-22 Cleveland team. Walsh, the winner. Ruiz finally allowed a hit because he looks like he is the losing pitcher. Amazing at home against Lancaster. 7-1 Amazing. And here we go. Bronx at Chico's. Let's play this game. Walter Johnson going to be on the mound for Chico's. Kevin Apier versus Walter Johnson. The lineups are in. Kevin Apier 1-0 with a 2.19 ERA goes for the Bronx Bombers, while Walter Johnson 9-2 with a 2.49 ERA goes for Chico's. It's sunny out. We're in Ebbets Field, and Baltimore shows up, so we got to make a change. Let's see what we got for Ebbets Field. We got Ebbets Field all over the place here. I'm not sure what season Ebbets Field is in. We're going to just pick that one for the sake of expediency. And then we have to set it up. I apologize. I didn't pick this game till late, so that's what happened. This will just take a moment. If you're watching for the first time, you get to see how to set up the field. If you're not watching for the first time, you get to be bored. Okay, we're getting there. For those of you who may not recognize it, this is Mike Silver's version of Ebbets Field. Mike does a great job with these stadiums. He does have a zip file with all the stadiums. If you don't have it, It's posted somewhere, but you can always DM Mike and he'll be happy to point you in the right direction. Let's move that a little more that way. Get him out of the way. Put the catcher there. Get the on-deck batters out of harm's way. Okay, we're ready to play the game. Batting order for the Bronx will have Chance at first base batting first, Boudreau at short second, Medwick in left field batting third, Stargell the DH cleanup, Jackson in center fifth, Cabrera at third, sixth, Judge in right field batting seventh, Gordon at second base eighth, Molina catching and batting ninth. In the field for Chico's, Gosselin, Frederick, and Wilson left to right. Guerrero Jr. will get a picture in of him in a minute. Semien at short. Sternweiss at second. Bissonnet, or Bissonnet, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. At first, Bentz catching Walter Johnson on the mound, stepping in as Chance, and we're underway. Foul ball. Chance on the ground. Stuffy boots it. And Chance will make it to first base. Error number 4 on Snuffy Sternweiss. Runner on first. Lou Boudreau. Johnson delivers. There goes Chance. Thrown out. Johnson threw a pitch out as Johnny Bench called the right play. Boudreau up the middle. Sternweiss with another chance throws him out, 2 away. And Medwick on the ground in the left field, base hit. The Bronx Bombers didn't have to go too far. They just traveled to Ebbets Field in Flatbush, I guess. I'm not a New York expert, but that name popped into my head, Flatbush. Someone could correct me if they would like, but Stargell up, and he's going to hit a base hit into right field, and Medwick's going to make it all the way around to third. I'm going to take this moment to get that photo in on Guerrero. Is it Junior without a photo? Let's find out. I forgot to look. Father and son on the same team, and it is. Okay, runners on first and third for the Bronx, 2 away. Reggie Jackson steps in to face Walter Johnson. Jackson lines it to center field. That's going to be a base hit. Stargell going to have to hold at second. No, he's going to third. The throw, he is out at third base. To end the inning, I guess you don't want to get thrown out at third base to end the inning, but he did. As we head to the bottom of the first, it's Bronx 1, Chico's coming to bat. Batting order for Chico's: Bissonnet at first, batting first. Guerrero at third, batting second. Cash, the DH. Third, Gosselin in left fourth. Williams in right fifth. Semien at short sixth. Frederick in center, who just threw that runner out at third, seventh. Bench catching eighth. Sternweiss hitting ninth and playing second base. In the outfield, Medwick, Jackson, Judge left to right, Carrera, Boudreau. Gordon and Chance in the infield, Molina catching, Apier pitching. Bissonnette on the ground to Gordon, one away. Apier pitching to Guerrero Jr. with his freshly minted photo. Line drive, base hit to left. Guerrero on first. Norm Cash up. Cash on the ground, a Chance going to take it to the bag himself. Guerrero's going a second, two away for Gosselin. Gosselin walks as Apier walks him. Bernie Williams, traded from Vegas to Chico's before the season started, taps it back to the pitcher, Apier to Chance for the out, ends the inning. We head to the top of the second. Bronx 1, Chico's nothing. Walter Johnson will face Cabrera, Judge, and Gordon here in the top of the second. Line drive down into the corner. Cabrera's rounding first, heading for second. Guerrero is charged with a poor play as Cabrera goes into second standing with a double, his sixth of the season. Aaron Judge, hitting .278 in the game, steps in, runner on second. First strikeout for Johnson, followed by Joe Gordon. Hits it to right. This game is got a couple of runs as Gordon puts it over the right field fence here at Ebbets Field. And just like that, it's a 3-0 ball game. And Walter Johnson doesn't look like he's got it today. Yadier Molina. Why do I have trouble with his first name? I'll never know. Turnweiss with a great play. Great play, number 11. Frank Chance, top of the order. Ground ball up the middle. Sternweiss to first for the out. We head to the bottom of the second inning. It's 3-0 Bronx Bombers. Bail Bonds has a record of 25-10. They're doing really well starting this season out. The Bronx wants this game, bring their record back to 500. Marcus Semien up. Line drive directly at Cabrera for the out. Johnny Frederick, line drive there, but this one's in the center field for a base hit. Frederick on first, Johnny Bench up. Strikeout number 1 for Apier. 2 down, runner on first for Snuffy Sternweiss. Strikeout number 2 as Apier bears down to get the last 2 batters striking out. We head to the top of the third. It's 3-0 Bronx. Bronx will send up Boudreau, Medrick, and Stargell to face Walter Johnson. And there's another base hit, and it's safe to say Johnson's not pitching one of his finest games. Boudreau on first, Medwick. Second strikeout for Johnson. Stargell. Third strikeout. Well, as soon as I say he's not pitching well, he strikes out the sides. Number 4, we head to the bottom of the third. 3-0 Bronx. Apier facing the top of Chico's order. Bissonnette to short. Boudreau, easy play. Guerrero Jr. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Guerrero. On the ground to Boudreau again. 2 down. Norm Cash. Apier. Cruz won as Norm Cash hits home run number 5. And Chico's is on the board. It is now 3-1. That home run traveled 366 feet. Finally, someone reaches Apier. Goose Goslin up. Jackson at the wall puts it away for the out. We head to the top of the 4th, 3-1. The Bombers. Okay. Walter Johnson to face Cabrera, Judge, and Gordon. Frederick puts that long fly ball away for the out. Judge on the ground in the left field, base hit. Judge now 1 for 2. Rumor has it that David turned down a trade offer for Judge. Stan Musial for Judge. So Aaron Judge stays in the Bronx. Gordon up. Frederick under it. He's got it. 2 away. And Stan Musial stays in Vegas. Molina on the ground. Line drive, down the right field line. That's in the corner. Judge round second. He's got speed. He's going to round third. He's on his way home. He's going to go there safely. He's a run-scoring double by Molina, the catcher for the Bronx. It is now 4-1. Johnson's allowed 4 runs on 58 pitches. I'm not sure how long he's going to stay. He can pitch forever, but if he keeps allowing runs, it's not going to make it. Fly ball to right to end the inning. Head to the bottom of the 4th, 4-run Bronx. Apier pitching a good game facing Bernie Williams. Fly to center. Jackson's got it. Semien and Frederick up next. Base hit to left. Runner on first. Johnny Frederick. Grounder to Chance. Going to throw to short for 1. That's all they're going to get. Back to first, but not in time. Frederick on first. Johnny Bench up. Bench on the ground. Boudreau has it, takes it to the bag, gets the force out. We head to the top of the 5th. 4-1 Bronx Bombers. Boudreau, Medrick, and Stargell now to face Johnson. Sternweiss to first for the out. Goslin puts it away. Medrick flies deep to left. Willie Stargell up. On the ground, the Sternweiss been a busy guy today. Stargell's out. Halfway home, the Bronx lead 4-1. Apier pitching a good game facing Sternweiss. Ground ball back to the mound. 1 down. Top of Chico's order, Bissonette and Guerrero facing Apier. There's a walk by Apier, only his 2nd walk of the game. Runner on first for Guerrero Jr., who hits the ball into the stands. Going to be 1 ball, 2 strikes, and out. Runner on first. Apier gets the sign. Delivers. Fly to center. Jackson's got it for the out. Out number 2 as the runner goes back to first. Norm Cash homered his last time up. This time he hits it on the ground to Gordon. Inning is over. We head to the 6th, 4-1 Bronx Bombers. Johnson facing Jackson. Cabrera and Judge up next. Number 6 for Johnson. And that's off the left field wall. Judge will end up on second base with his 6th double of the season, as Johnson will face Gordon with a runner in scoring position. Fly deep to left. And it's out of here as Walter Johnson gives up another home run. And it's pretty evident he doesn't have what it takes today. That's home run number 4, second one on the day. It is now 6-1 Bronx Bombers. Will he stay in there? Yeah, I guess he's going to leave him in. Molina on the ground to Guerrero Jr. He's out. One batter too late. We head to the bottom of the 6th. It's 6-1 Bronx Bombers. Apier looks strong, and he's going to stay in there to face Gosselin. Jackson puts it away. Bernie Williams up. On the ground to Gordon. 2 quick outs. And Marcus Simeon, who singled his last time up, hits it on the ground to Boudreau. He's going to be out. Quick inning. We head to the 7th. 6-1 Bronx. Bronx looking to even their record at 18-18. Johnson's still in there. Frank Chance up. He walks him. Walter Johnson's going to forget about this game when it's over. But right now he's got to get out these Bronx Bombers. Pop up to the infield. Simeon's got it. Boudreau is out. Joe Medwick. Another home run, maybe? No, Gosselin catches it at the fence. 2 outs, runner on first, 6-1 the score. The pitch to Stargell. On the ground, into the center field, base hit. Frank Chance makes his way around to third, and the Bronx Bombers have runners on first and third for Reggie Jackson. And there's going to be a base hit. There's going to be another run. Stargell making his way to third. 7-1. Johnson remains in the game to face Cabrera. Fly to center. Frederick's got it. End the inning. We head to the bottom of the 7th. The Bronx, 7 runs on 12 hits, no errors, 5 left on. Chico's 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error, 5 left on. Apier is deemed to be okay by the artificial intelligence of the Action PC Baseball. He will face Frederick, bench, and Sternweiss, 7 hitters, 7, 8, and 9 for Chico's. Pop-ups in the infield. 1 down. Gordon puts it away. Johnny Bench. Strikeout number 3 for Apier, followed by Sternweiss, who hits it into left field for a single. Sternweiss at first. Bissonnette up. That's on the ground to Gordon. Underhands at the Chance. Bissonnette's 8-game hitting streak is in jeopardy as we head to the top of the 8th inning, 7-1 Bronx. Walter Johnson facing Judge with 2 hits today, and that's going to be hit number 3. No wonder I wanted him. Good hitter. Pitch to Gordon. Line drives. Simeon's got it. Judge remains at first. It is Yadier Molina. Line drive down into the right field corner. This has happened before. He did this earlier in the game. Judge rounding second. Now rounding third. Coming home. Molina at second base with a run-scoring double. It's his second run-scoring double of the game. It's now 8-1. How many runs will Chico's let Johnson give up? Let's find out. Obviously, 8 is not the number. Williams has it. Tagging up and going to third is Molina. 2 outs. Runner on third. Lou Boudreau. Ground ball to Sternweiss over to first to end the inning, but not before the Bronx get an 8th run. They've scored 3 innings in a row. It's now 8-1. Dwayne Martz comes by. Hello, Dwayne. Dwayne posted on Facebook today a photo of Mickey Mantle and Willie Mays playing in the home run derby in, I think it was 1960, in Los Angeles. If you haven't had a chance to rewatch those reruns of Home Run Derby on Facebook, they're certainly fun to watch. I recommend them highly. Apier turns red. Computer says he has some left. Let's see what the computer's going to do. It's going to allow him to pitch Guerrero. And Medrick catches it in front of the fence. Cash up. And Jackson comes in to get that one. 2 quick outs. Here in the bottom of the 8th, Gosselin. Line drive right at Cabrera for the out. We head to the 9th inning. It's 8-1 Bronx Bombers. Crowd starting to file out. They are disappointed, the home team, in the pitching effort by Walter Johnson, who is about to be replaced. He comes out in the 9th inning to Jordan Romano. Medwick on the ground. Semien to first for the out. Stargell into deep center field, but Frederick puts that away. 2 down for Reggie Jackson, who strikes out. We head to the bottom of the 9th, 8-1 Bronx. Will they leave Apier in with 125 pitches? I doubt it, but let's see. Oh, Chapman comes in. Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? Although Chapman's the closer, I wouldn't bring him in with a 7-run lead, but I'm not the CPU. Bernie Williams. Jackson has it for out number 1. Semien walks. Problem is if Chapman throws too many pitches, he's not usable for tomorrow. Strikes him out, so why bring him in with a 7-run lead? I have no idea. Bench up. And once again, as Chapman does, throws a lot of pitches. 22 of them so far. To Sternweiss. Struck him up. Ball game over. 8-1 Bronx. Let's go to the box score. 8 runs, 14 hits, no errors for the Bronx Bombers. Chico's bail bonds 1-5-1. Bronx hitting stars, Stargell and Jackson, a couple of hits apiece. 3 hits for Judge, a couple more hits apiece for Gordon and Molina. 14 in all. Walter Johnson did not pitch well today. Chapman isn't the closer, David tells me. Okay, well, then you must have a good bullpen. Chico's hitting stars for them are non-existent as they only got 5 hits in the game. The losing pitcher, Walter Johnson, he's now 9-3, pitched 8 innings, 14 hits, allowed 8 runs, all of them earned, struck out 6, walked 1, allowed 2 home runs. Apier, the starting pitcher for the Bronx, he pitched 8 innings, 5 hits, 1 run. It was earned, struck out 3, walked 2. He's now 2-0. Chapman, who's not the closer, came in to get the final inning closed. He walked 2 and struck out 2. All right, let's finish the day, wrap it up, zip up the file, and we'll be off to Discord. Crystal Lake at Florence. Crystal Lake shut out by Florence, 13-0. That would be considered an upset as Bob Gibson record drops to 4-4. Hadley Lake at the Union Stewards, 15-3. Union Stewards gets their hitting shoes on. Washington at San Francisco, 5-4 San Francisco. Their winning streak snapped previously, starts a new one. And the upstart Hagerstown team at Vegas, and they beat Vegas 5-3. Lackey over Scherzer, who just came back from a 1-month injury. Vegas record drops to 21-7. That takes us through the 14th. In a quick review of the standings, Beantown remains in first place, although only 3.5 games up on Amazing. Manchester 6 games out, along with Cleveland. St. Louis 28-6, 4 games up on Chico's, who's got a great 25-11 record. In the Natural Division, Vegas 21-7, 4.5 games up on Hagerstown, who just beat them, 9 games up on Washington. And in the Rain Delay Division, San Francisco 27-11 are 5.5 games up on Crystal Lake, 8 games up on the 18-18 Edmonton team. In a review of how these teams are doing, St. Louis leads the league in batting, 295, Vegas second, 278, San Francisco and Florence tied for third at 270. Runs scored per game, 6.2 for St. Louis, 6.1 for San Francisco and Vegas, Washington 5.7, and the Stewards and Edmonton tied at 5.2. Team ERA, Chico's 306, not surprising. What is surprising is Vegas is 320 in second place, St. Louis 321 in third. And in fielding, San Francisco, Carolina, Washington, Chico's, and Philadelphia round out the top 5. I want to thank everyone for coming in. Dwayne March, David Landau, Legends, Aaron Reed, and Slashed all checked in for our Sunday morning baseball. I'm going to zip this file up, post it. It will be available for anybody who wants to continue the month of May. In the meantime, hope everybody enjoys the football here on the wild card weekend, and we will catch you all on Discord. Have a nice Sunday, everybody.